So this is my 1965 Owens cruiser. I have to kind of stand back to get most of it in the picture. It's 28 foot, all wooden boat. Most of it's been stripped. I'm going to try to repair it and get it back on the water. But here's a closer look. So you didn't get all the paint stripped from the top, and I didn't get any of the bottom paint stripped. So still have that to do. The wood is old. Well, the whole boat's old. It's plywood on frame construction, and it's just screws screwed into frame members and backup pieces where the pieces meet. There's evidence of water. I don't think that's too severe. I think that can be cleaned up. But the holes have been plugged up to keep animals out. As we walk toward the back, we have, these pieces. I think the pieces are chines. They're loose, but they're okay. They're not bad. We have some rot here in this piece, some delamination of this plywood. That'll have to be obviously replaced. We have some cracks along here, some water damage. So I think I'm looking at replacing a good bit of that bottom piece. Well, this piece, and I don't know what that is. There's a patch, an existing patch that had been done. Looked like it had been sealed up, but the patch has gone bad in some places. Looks like it may use lower quality plywood there, so that patch is going to have to be replaced. The transom is probably the worst news. All the edge, all up and down, there's rot, dry rot here, and as we go look further into the transom, there's rot there in the middle, and even more along the other side, and up the other corner. You can see where the paint's still has some paint left on it. So looks like most of the transom's going to have to be replaced. Let's get a look at the bottom if we can. This is obviously not the proper trailer for this boat. This is a homemade trailer that was looks like it was made to move a mobile home. Those axles, I do not believe, are meant to go underwater. But anyway, here's a look at the bottom as closely as I can. It doesn't look too bad. Right down there, where there's two pieces of the keel meet, there's some rot there. But I don't see any other rot along the bottom. It just needs to be stripped and repainted along the bottom. Let's see if I can get to the other side. It's close to the fence here. So this other side, there's some, I don't know if that's rot or just physical damage. It's hard to say. There's some fasteners there. Maybe that's where the end numbers were. That needs to be cleaned up. Might have to be gutted and replaced, or routed out and replaced. But this side looks, I gotta step on this tarp. This side looks similar to the other side. The edges of the plywood are dry and kind of flaky. I don't know if that needs to be replaced or not. This chine piece, I guess, another piece that has cracks all along here, but it's, might be a little bit loose. Probably need to refasten that. But the side doesn't look too bad. Again, this piece is a little bit loose. Where is it? Right there. Needs to be sealed up and maybe re-tightened. A lot of stuff like that. And I think this is just an abrasion, I believe. And by the time we get back here, we're into some more bad news with the side, the rear where it meets the transom. Again, this patch. That's where the bilge is inside, so a lot of water gathered there. So we're going to have a lot of rot there. And there's another view of, this is probably the worst rot right here, so that's just flaking off in my hand. and there's rot around the drain holes, and you know, that looks kind of bad. So we're definitely going to have some patchwork to do on this hull. Let's crawl inside. So here I am. Here's a look from the helm across the top. Wood is dried and cracked, and maybe it's dry rotted. Maybe that whole top piece needs to be replaced. Some missing doors, panels and whatnot. There's an extra axle. The floor is pretty solid. The hard top is broken. That's actually all that stuff down there and there was actually damaged. But all along the side, it doesn't look too bad. Let me zoom in up front there. It looks okay. Just needs to be sanded and painted. Again, transom. We have some rot there. Some actually broken wood there. Transom looks a little rough, but the inside not too bad. And I'll pull up these panels. Okay, here we are looking in the aftmost panel, looking at the transom, and there is rot on the inside of the transom. Along the bottom, you can clearly see that the transom is rotted. And there's a look at the keel. I don't know if you can see that. And there's even some rot on the inside there, on that panel. I'm not sure if that rot there is because of oil or because of rot. I'll have to look. But there's a closer look at I think that's called the keelson. The keel is bolted to that. But again, on the inside, doesn't look like a whole lot of rot. Fuel tank looks in pretty good shape. There's the flagship engine. And sorry about that. That might be some rot there. Hard to say. I don't have a whole lot of time to film it today. Oh, sorry. Losing my grip on the camera here. Okay. So there might be a little bit of rot there. Let's look down where what do they call it, the packing flange. Looks dirty. Doesn't look rotten. Same thing over on this side. It's dirty. Not a lot of rot, as far as I could tell anyway. Alright, I'm going to put these covers back on. Alright, so I got the floor panels back on. Whoops. Here's the inside. Walking in. Step down here. Good Lord, it's hot in here. Pretty much stripped. There's not a whole lot in here. Here's the dining kind of sitting space. It was meant to have a fold down table in here. Wow, very warm. Walking forward, I think this is where the refrigerator was. Again, more seating / sleeping space. The previous owner put some carpet up and started to do some work on the interior before all the, the hull work was done. And under here we have cabinets, and a fire extinguisher, hoses. Can't get that open. Oh, this might be the fridge. I'm not sure. And here's the loo. I really don't even want to really get into there right now. Well, it doesn't look too bad. The toilet's of course gone. Let me pull up the panels. Okay, that's the only panel I could get up. There's a look at I think that's called the keelson. That's what the keel is bolted to. Looks like to be a drain hole or something. But that might be rot. Doesn't look like it though. That right there. I don't know, could be water getting through, maybe it just needs to be sealed. Have to take the finish down and have a closer look. Whoops. Definitely more work is needed here. So anyway, that's my boat. Needs a lot of work. I think it's salvageable though. We'll see. Thanks for watching.